What's going on, everybody? My name is Marcus. Welcome back to another live stream. Every Tuesday, I interview another reseller that is more seasoned than myself to give new resellers anything that's going to help them shorten the learning curve. So tonight on the show, I have the Piqua resellers. Danny, he's based out of Ohio, but I'm gonna bring him in and let him give you guys a little bit of background information on him and get to know him a little bit. So hang on. Okay, Danny.
Hey,
Welcome to the show, brother.
how you doing?
Pretty good, man. How about you?
Good. The weather just changed to cold. I like that.
Yeah, you got a hoodie on. I'm over here in a tank top.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah,
opposite, really.
right. Well, I mean, it's probably going to start cooling off here too, but I just left the gym, so I still haven't cooled down yet. But you know, me myself, I like the fall weather, man. Fall's
I do too.
definitely one of my favorite times. Let me make sure. I don't know if this went live on YouTube. You think it went live on YouTube? Nobody's in
Yeah,
here. Okay, yeah, there
yeah,
we
it's
go. We
doing
got some
live.
people popping in. All right, cool. So, give everybody, a real quick summary of who you are and what your channel is, and what you got going on and everything.
All right. My name's Danny, and with Pickle Resellers, my son, he helps. I was trying to do a father son YouTube. I had no interest, but he was all over it. So with school, it's hard for him to do much except for on the weekends. So we're based out of Ohio. I like to buy stuff and like call like John, Cincinnati Picker, and other YouTubers to buy some of my stuff to where my stuff's free. And of course, always looking for anything that's just different. I don't like to sell video games and stuff, so always out on the lookout for different stuff.
Okay.
Probably just now been over a year that I've been doing it.
So you've only been reselling for a year.
Yeah, June was a year.
So what were you doing before then?
Me and my buddy had a used appliance furniture shop, and we did try eBay, and we sold like three things, and one we got scammed out of. So me and
Okay.
my partner was like, nope, we're not doing eBay no more.
I think
So
that you were reselling.
yeah, I was into reselling, but not
Okay.
YouTube and eBay and all that.
Gotcha.
It was more of like local thrift shop type deal.
Right.
And then my partner found out he had cancer, and he passed away right when COVID hit. He couldn't get in to get anything,
Mm.
chemo wise or nothing. So it ended up just taking his whole body. And then there was another guy, because we also race cars. I owned the car, my partner drove it, and then our other partner, he always set up the race cars. He died exactly 2 months after he did. So, and then with COVID shutting everything down, I wanted to, have that father son getting close, and he was all about YouTube, and I really didn't know anything about it. And
Yeah.
so I reached out to Cincinnati Picker, and he helped us get started, and been on ever since.
Right. Hey, that's awesome, man. It's cool because that's how I discovered you was through John's channel. He came to the shop to buy something from you, man. And he bought a whole ton of stuff for like a really good price from you. And I think the video that I actually subscribed to you on was with when you sold him all those hats for $1,000. I was like,
That
yeah,
was
man,
crazy.
I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe and keep up with this guy, man. And I've been following you for a while. I don't know if you knew, but I was following you from my fitness channel, and then I started following you from my picking channel, probably about 3-4 months ago. But yeah, man, I've been rocking with you for a little while now, man. Uh,
Yeah, I can't. It's weird. It's like when we do lives like this, and then like
I
that's how I found you, is using somebody's live, and I was just like,
think it was
what's
Tina's live.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. And then start talking about shoes, and then I was like, oh, I gotta go sign. Get. That's the thing that's funny. It's like people say something that they had a channel, I'd go subscribe, but I'm just not a technology guy.
Yeah.
It's teach me, and I'm really stuck on that way until I'm forced to learn it. elsewhere. Hey,
Uh,
Jimmy.
what's
Sorry,
up,
guys. I'm
Jimmy?
not
What's
paying
up,
attention.
Jimmy? Hey, Helen. Uh, what's going on, Jeff? What's going on? I already said hi to Helen and Daniel. Just saw Philly Flipper's video that he got scammed on eBay with LOL dolls. I didn't get to finish the video. It's got a decent ending though, for real. So I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that
I haven't
video
watched it
earlier
yet.
too.
I haven't watched it yet, dude.
Yeah,
Unless you want to tell it all to me right now, and I won't even watch it.
yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
did see that
definitely.
pop up, and I'm like, God, I'm gonna watch it. I love it when. I mean, I don't love it when us resellers get scammed, but it
Mm,
just reassures that we aren't just joshing and making that kind of stuff up.
right, right.
Today, during my lunch, people's people's court toward when I was leaving,
Mm,
there was a guy that sold something on eBay, and in the description he said it didn't work, and I mean he to the T was like, hey, when it comes on air, da, da, da. Well, this lady bought it and trying to sue him, saying that they it wasn't working and stuff, and it was his fault, like they were scamming, and he wouldn't give the money back because he was saying it was in the description and stuff,
mm,
and they were saying there's a lot more courts that are dealing with
mm.
eBay and stuff,
I heard
which is
something like that.
just horrible.
I think uh, I think it was Harry Tornado was saying something about they're trying to get. I guess one of his lawyer buddies was talking about getting some type of law firm or lawsuit started up against eBay to get some things changed, to get the ball rolling, to make things a little bit better for the people selling on the platform. Because it's
Make it
too much
safer.
scamming and too much crap going on, man. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
who knows how far that actually get though?
That's why I won't sell electronics, John. I had so many electronics, and
Yeah.
I sold 9 real fast.
Yeah.
7 of them come back.
Yeah.
3 of them wasn't even the same color, same nothing.
Mm.
And it was just like, man, if they looked closer, I was that pissed. Like, I mean, I was I was not in a good place.
Yeah,
They're close.
that's pretty bad, man. That's a lot of scamming going on in such a short time, man. I really feel bad for you, bro. Honestly, were you able to recoup any of that money?
No, when it come back, but I mean, like I said, me and my partner, when we agreed no more eBay,
Mhm.
and then when I was talking to my wife saying, hey, I think I'm gonna try eBay, and I just said I will not pay $20. I won't buy something. I won't pay $100 for something to sell it. The highest I'll go is 20.
Okay.
But I like to buy in bulk. So you might say, they might ask 100 for this one piece, but then by the time I get it wrapped and then make a cut deal, then
Mm.
I divide each piece. And as long as it's under 20, I still feel I only have 20. So
Right.
luckily, everything that I sold, I had less than $5 a piece in. It's just to me, it's the principle of it.
Right. Of course. And that's just, I mean, unfortunately, that's all a part of it, man. Because honestly, you never know who you're going to deal with millions of buyers out there on eBay, man. Sometimes you just gotta, you gotta bite the bullet, man, and just be glad that in the end you didn't pay a lot for the item. I just had a lady want a refund on something from 45 days ago. Uh, now normally I wouldn't have done it, but it was only $5, so I went ahead and gave it to her. You know what I'm saying?
See, to
I'm
me,
like,
that's petty. I bought something. I actually bought a hoodie, Phoenix Suns hoodie for my son.
right.
I didn't realize it was youth. I'm not gonna like go through all that hassle. That was
Mhm.
my fault,
Yeah.
So if it's my fault, I usually don't. But if I paid a lot, I'll message them and say, hey, all right, I apologize. Do you have this? And the one lady that I messaged on, she said, well, just send it back. And then I said, well, it's my fault. I don't feel like to do that. And she said, nope, go ahead and do it. Don't worry about it. So, I feel if it's your fault, you got to own it. And that's
Right. Right.
and you learn fast, like especially with electronics. And right when COVID hit,
Mhm.
I was listing the heck out of video games, and then that was boom. Everybody was saying it's bad, but they expected everybody to just give them their money back, and they get it for free.
Well, yeah. I mean, if that's what the rumors going around it, then people probably going to
Yeah,
try it. Let me give a shout out to Steven the reseller. What's up, Steven? Thanks for showing up, bro. Uh, Dana Invest. What's up, homie? How you doing, dog? And we
Hello,
got
hello, hello.
Derek the ATL Flipper. What's going on, my guy?
Hey,
Uh,
Derek, how you doing?
let's see.
I'll answer it with you.
Huh? Yeah, it's all good. They're talking. They're here for both of us.
Yeah, because well, see, if I have this up, I can't comment unless I have my YouTube up. But when I'm on somebody else's channel and I have them both up, I start really echoing. So I just
Yeah, I redid my channel in name. Thanks, Tyrannical. So is this Tyrannical? This is Ty, should I say? Kenyan. Kenyan. Who's Kenyan?
I think Kenyon's the backbeat,
Is that
isn't
the
he?
backbeat?
Yeah.
Okay, Kenyan. Backbeat rhythm Kenyan. Okay. That's a new person here for me.
Yeah, I really one day gonna
Oh, no, that's not a new person.
reach out to ATL Flipper and see
Bro,
collaborate with them.
the
I love
the
watching
dude
them.
man is killing it, man, for real. What's up, Thrift and Flip? Let's see. Tyrannical put the vids back up. Yeah, I guess man, a lot of haters, man, came through and just put salt on my dude's name, man. That's for another time though, man. I don't like negativity on my channel. But anyway, so tell the people what state you live in. Obviously, if they don't know your name.
Yeah, I live in Piqua, which growing up, that's our rival. So I'm not a big fan of Piqua, but we're about 7 miles north of Dayton.
Okay, so if they're your rivals, why is your channel named after them?
Because I live in Piqua.
Because
Other city, the other town that I lived in is called Troy. So it's like, Troy Resellers, Troy.
okay.
I just wrote down a bunch of stuff and Parker and everybody like Piqua Resellers. Plus, I'm all about community, so I do what I can while I'm here and try
Nothing wrong with that.
not to try not to be negative toward my own city.
Yeah, I'm not from Cape Girardeau, you know what I mean? But I've been living in this town going on 7 years, man. It'll be 7 years in November, so it's freaking home now, dude. I don't like it, but I don't not like it. You know what I mean? It's cool. I've gotten used to it. If I'm not here, I miss it, but it's not home to me like St. Louis was. But
Right.
in the end, it's where I live. So,
Yeah, it's like, see, I was born in Jefferson City on the Air Force Base,
yeah,
and that's where I say I'm from, like originally, and I do plan on trying to go back to St. Louis.
yeah. Yeah, we're definitely gonna touch down together when you get up there, man. I'll
Oh
shoot
yeah,
my way to you. What's up,
right.
Joby? Thanks for showing up, bro. So you work out of your garage now, right?
Yeah, I have a 4-car garage, so half of it is the inventory I'm listing, and let's see if I can do it right here. This stuff is listed, and this side here is not listed.
Wow, that's a
And
lot
then
of
everywhere else.
unlisted stuff, man.
I keep what kills me is like I'll fill up the whole van, and then like I'd have John come and he'd buy 3 or 4 pieces, and I double my money,
Yeah,
and then it's like, I'll just set it back, and I need not to be that way. So my goal is not to buy anything, but now tomorrow, man, I got this guy that owns the house my daughter's moving in. It's got a 40 by 80 foot big barn, and it's just full of. He said he's got a bunch of models, antiques. He had an antique store 42 years ago, and everything's in it. He said
crazy.
his son lives in Texas, and he's like, "Would you be interested?" And I'm just like, "Man, I'm going to be divorced."
Yeah.
So I'm going to take like 10G and see what I can do.
So how many listens do you have on eBay right
now? 200 and some.
That's it?
Yeah. Well, on each channel. On each. Yeah. Well, my problem is like last week I tried to start, but there's just so much going on right now, and physically, and then family, bunch of stuff just going on. So I really haven't listed. I listed 11 things last week and sold 24 this weekend. So it's like, And then on my way to my son's football game, I sold 2 pairs of pants. It's like, so my goal tomorrow, though, is I'm going to spend. I have to meet the guy. I just told him, call me after your lunch. If I haven't heard from you after my lunch, which I'm going to take my lunch at 11:30, so noon, I'm going to call him, go check him out, and then. So my goal is to get up. My son gets on the bus at 8:30, so by the time I go to the bathroom, grab a drink, it'll be about 8:45. So I'm going to really focus and buckle down because I got a tub of hats I want to get on that are pretty cool.
Hats are easy to list too.
Yeah, and I can knock those down. Should be no problem. But I've been buying like Barbie dolls and like toys that are not open for Christmas. So it's like that's my focus right now. Is try to get anything I think will sell real quick for like Christmas. Throw it in.
So D Middleman Picker says he's dealing with a scammer on Amazon right now. The buyer paid $660 on an item and then switched it out and sent him back a different item. What was the item? $660 is a good sell price, man. And that sucks that happened.
It is.
Man, I haven't sold.
That's why there's going to courts.
Huh?
That's why people are going to court because the kid that was on there today, I believe it was a $700 deal. But it's eBay's fault.
Right. Yeah, man. They need some better procedures into action just to be able to, protect people on both ends. I really don't know what we could do, honestly, as a community, besides like take pictures of serial numbers or things like that, man, to try to stop things like that from happening. But
that, or when you get scammed, like especially like us, when we put videos out. I know I've taken a minute away from YouTube, but I'm about to post a video. But it's like if this guy does you wrong, and message back and forth and stuff, do a video on it like, hey guys, watch out for this guy. Go ahead and block him. And I would do that because I dare somebody to come and deal with it. Because he ain't gonna say it to my face. If you do, well, you get the best of me, whatever. But man, I cannot stand a thief.
Yeah, man. It's the worst. So you're full time right now, right? This eBay is all you do for a living, or what?
Well,
reselling, is that all you do for a living?
Well, kind of. But I don't do it full time because they got me labeled as disabled and want me to do disability and stuff. So I just don't want to do that. So what I do is this, and then I do clean outs. But I got smart. I hire people now to do all the work, but I'll go in first and look through. So I get free merchandise. And then I got 2 guys that'll work for me. And like if I charge $600, I'm like, hey, if we all work, you guys do the heavy stuff. Y'all get 2, 2, and 2. I'll pay for the gas and the wear and tear on the vehicle for y'all doing that. And that's actually been working out really good. So it's like, man, I'm getting paid plus some free merch. Like today, all I had to do was retarded. It was guy had a bedroom. He rented out just a bedroom, no bathroom, no nothing. So he said, hey, the guy left some stuff, how much you charge. And I was like, well, let me do it. And then I'll let you know. All it was in there was a tub, and it had these Thomas the Train cars, but it had I don't even know if it was a full table, but it had the wood, or like you could roll them on it. I don't know what you call it, but it was like, and I'm like looking at some of these trains, and I'm like, man, I bet I could get $100. I mean, there's like 25 different engines, cabooses, and but it has all the track too. So I just took it all, and I was like, man, I don't even want to charge you for this because I kept the tub. And he's like, nope, I'm gonna pay you. I said, well, what do you want to give me? So he's like, $50. And I was like, no. I said, I'll just take 20. We'll add it to the next one. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Like, you really going to pay me a tub?
Right. It's not a lot of work at all.
I had a guy pay me $100 to clean out a storage unit, and none of it was junk. We put it in our store, and I bet we made $600-700 off of it.
Really? See, man, that's what I'm trying to get into, man. Either some storage units or starting going to auctions. I did manage to get a gang of inventory over the weekend at yard sales, but the way I list, I'll be out of all that, within the next day or two. So,
I just get sick and tired of making videos of me going to garage sale. I mean, seriously, like it's so boring. I'd rather do stuff that I'm cutting up or enjoying it because everybody can go out and buy stuff. We all love that. It's the getting it on eBay is the bad part.
right. See, so with your channel, uh, with you not enjoying the content that you're making, so you're just not making the content right now, or what?
Well, I'm getting ready for back surgery, so I had a bunch there.
Hmm.
I was very suicidal, mentally. I just had to step away. But when I stepped away, I had like 15 videos already made, and they weren't very good or anything. It was just something to keep it going. And then when it come back, I figured I'd be ready, and it was just like I was just running into a wall, and then
Yeah.
like reaching out to John and NC Picker back and forth. I just realized I was burnt out. I just had to get away from it, and I keep buying because, like say, the guy I'm doing the work for today, he's like, "Hey, I got a 40 by 80 foot, here,
Hmm.
40 by 80 or 40 by 60." But I said, "Hey, I'm gonna GoPro it. I will videotape it because
Yeah.
it's supposed to be untouched." And it's like, how do you not go? I can find this stuff, but what I like to do is like when I go, I'll take a bunch of pictures. I have like 3 or 4 local guys,
Mhm.
and I try to like, hey, what are you guys interested in? And then whatever they say, and then I like see what I want. But if
Mhm.
they want what I want, then I am first. So I'll get it all, and then a lot of times it pays for itself, and that's the part I love. I would rather go buy it and flip it all. If I keep 2 pieces and I pay 200, and you buy it for 500, I am happy making $300 and keeping 2 pieces,
Right.
and then I have free merchandise. This way, if I get scammed, I don't care because it's like that's profit. That's
Yeah.
how I that's how I kind of keep my calm on some of it. But the electronics, I actually went out and bought a bunch, and I won't do that again.
Yeah. So like I guess that's how you're able to do big bulk buyouts for like Cincinnati Picker and things like that. Because when I first seen your first video, that whole store, man, was just filled to the brim with stuff. And you're
Yeah,
throwing out big bulk buys for them.
yeah, that's what broke my heart though. I took pride in it. Like when my partner died, I
Mhm.
just I didn't want any furniture because I can't lift it. And that was his. He was all into that.
Right.
So called a guy, got most of the big furniture out. There was a big china cabinet, but I kind of used it.
Yeah.
And man, I was doing good filling it up. And then everybody was complaining, like, why aren't you listing them? You should have so many listings. But I didn't want to tell anybody. But me and my wife had discussed, like, and the agreement was because I want to make sure we had 6 months of merchandise,
Mhm.
even if we could put 100 on a day a piece,
Yeah.
6 months of it. So I told her, I said, I will fill the shop up, and when I get it full to where I can't buy no more, then she was going to quit her job. We were going to run it together, and then, like I said, my partner that passed, the race car, there's a bunch of his stuff still there. We was going to make them get rid of it, and then we was going to put a lot of it in the back garage, and then have the storefront open again.
Right.
And I kid you not. I mean, I didn't want to sell them hats. It broke my heart. I mean, there was so much money into them
Yeah.
hats, and I knew it. So I figured he would have said no at 1,000, and he was like, "Oh, okay, deal." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"We're loading." I'm like, "Damn you, John," or "Dang you, John." I didn't want to sell them,
Right.
but I mean, I made so much on them, and it was just crazy. So like that, I paid $60 for the hats. There's I spent $20 on some skillets. So I spent $80 at that garage sale for all his hats. Flipped a bunch to him for $1,000. Took out a whole 1,000, and that's what made I kept just flipping it and flipping it, filled it up. And I'm not kidding you. The day that I was excited, and I had a whole day at Red Lobster for my wife,
Mhm.
and that was the day I was going to say, put your 2 weeks notice in. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I got a phone call 15 minutes before I was going to shut down and go home. They sold the dang place.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
I just broke my heart. I mean, it really did. Like I cried, and it's just stuff, but it's like I'm not even supposed to lift 5 pounds, 10 pounds, and I wouldn't let anybody help me move it. I just felt that bad. Like, I did. It's my fault that I let it fill up like that. But I mean, I had intention. Yeah, if they didn't want $265,000 for that place, I probably would have just tried to buy it.
Right. What's going on, Bobby? Thanks for showing up, brother.
Hey, Bobby. Yeah, I seen him. He's stepping away for a minute.
Yeah, he said he's trying to focus on Q4 and running his eBay. Which
sorry.
No, go ahead.
That's just like a lot of people that just watch us don't really understand. If I worked 8 hours eBay, you spend about that much, making a video, recording, editing. That's why, for the longest time, I'm like, mine's raw. I don't even care. I am not going to sit there and waste 14 days. I mean, it was taking me like 9 hours. I couldn't figure nothing out. So I just, it's raw.
Yeah. I try to keep my videos pretty simple when it comes to the editing, but what I'll do is I'll do it over the course of a couple of days, because after about an hour of sitting there editing, man, I'm fed up and I get annoyed with it. I don't not like it, but I don't love it either. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather I'd rather do a live stream over making videos, but at the same time, not everybody wants to see live streams. People want to see picking videos. People want to see what you're selling and stuff for. So I try to, make something for everybody, honestly.
The thing I don't understand or don't really like about YouTube is like Commonwealth Picker Flipper, NC Picker Flipper. It's like, if you're doing the garage sales, you're getting a ton of views. You do the picking, showing what you sold or whatever, then you don't. And then it messes up your pay. I don't think, like me, I want to do everything. Like if I went to my son's game and recorded, why not put that in there? But they say, it hurts your
because that's not what people subbed for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's reselling and it has like me, I've been on keto, losing weight and stuff. That is reselling, if you ask me, because if you're fat and out of shape like I was, I've been over at a garage sale and I didn't think I was going to get up. Like, right. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, we all have to take that health into consideration. Family time, people do need to sit back and think what, that's awesome. He's out doing this here. Maybe I'll take my kids to do something. I mean, and then it's
what I can suggest, dude, is just sprinkle in a little bit of it from here and there. Not a whole bunch, but ease into it. You know what I mean, and then see how people, take it. Like the ATL Flipper, man. He put in one of his videos. His whole video was they went to some little carnival festival thing at a park. You know what I mean? That's nothing to do with reselling at all. But I don't know how well the video did, but I watched it. You know what I mean? Just because if I'm subbed to your channel and you put something out, I'm probably gonna watch it.
Yep.
So
yeah, I was always on Facebook and stuff. So I deactivated the Facebook, but I kept my Messenger. I just really trying to humble myself and just focus on me. Right. And that, to be honest with you, on my channel, the best videos I get is when I say I'm struggling or I'm going to rehab. And then I had somebody just kill yourself.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy, man. People love hate though, man.
That's they love it when they're down.
Negativity, it spreads like wildfire instead of the positive stuff. I think but that's one of the things about Facebook though, too, man, is they'll put the post in front of people that causes people to interact, whether it's negative or it makes people angry, so they're commenting. But if if it's not going to be negative or something like that, then people ain't going to waste because either they want to hate on you or they want to talk trash on you. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just the way it is with the social aspect of things. I don't even get on Facebook, and I'm halfway even on Instagram. I really try to focus on reselling, man, for real. I do my listings during the daytime, and then I'll hop on Instagram to make a post, and then I rarely even scroll. I'll probably scroll for the first 10 posts after I make a post, I'll like each one of them and then get off because I get bored at it real quick. Like it's not making me any money, so I don't sit
Yeah.
on there. You know what I
Well, I
mean?
see a lot of people selling, like on Instagram when they post stuff. So I tried that for a month,
Yeah.
I'd say. And I never get, which I got like a little over 2,000 subscribers and I put a
Mhm.
video up and lucky to get 80 views. So it's like, and they just keep saying, keep pushing it. It's in the thumbnail. You get that right thumbnail,
Right.
that right title, it'll blow up.
And I mean, that's true. I mean, you got a few videos with thousands of views, you
Yeah.
know? I don't
Yeah. And
know.
I'm actually at the point now, like I'm not doing it for money. If you're in it for money, you need to be at least at 5,000 subscribers and getting
Maybe
800 or
even more.
plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, right. I think like your first 2 years, you shouldn't expect to be at 5,000. I
Mhm.
mean, if you're one of the lucky ones, then you can just get right up there. There's a lot of these lives, like, they'll say, hey, go check Marcus out and subscribe to him because he's my friend. And then it's
Mhm.
like, they're not going to watch your videos. They might subscribe to you. That's
Mhm.
cool when you to get monetized, but in the real of it, you're not going to get no money for it.
Right. And at the grand scheme of things, like subscribers that don't watch, it's pretty much pointless. You know what I mean? Because what are you there? I mean, what are you there for?
Yeah,
Oh, so, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm glad anyone supports my channel in any way that they do. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I want subscribers that are going to be viewers of the channel
interacting
as
with
well.
us.
I want you to engage with the content. So yeah.
That's
Uh,
like if you're doing a live, usually I'll be watching it, and then I always say, hey, and then let you know. Sometimes I don't because I forget, but I always try to let you know, hey, man, I'm here. I'm supporting you.
right.
I'm just in the background doing my thing. That's what I like. I like that when people say that, like, hey, man, didn't comment on your live, but I listened to the whole thing while I listed. I appreciate
Right.
what we learned. That's
Yeah.
what to me it's all about. I want to know, like, if I'm teaching you, tell me some stuff. Maybe something I can look up and figure
Right.
out.
Hey, little Miss Q, thanks for showing up. Hey, Angie, thanks for showing up too. Yeah.
Dayton
If
Valley Steels.
if I see a notification, I at least do my best to, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. You know what I mean? And because that helps. You know what I mean? But at the
Yeah,
same time, you can't expect that from everybody, and it is what
exactly.
it is.
Yeah, and I
I'm
understand
not
some people.
mad.
Sometimes you just ain't got the time to do it.
Right.
But like me, I'm so far back on videos and stuff. And to be honest with you, I reached out to John today, and maybe 2 weeks ago, I went to his dad collects coins, and
Mhm.
I was making a deal. So I messaged like, "Hey, would your dad want these? Because I'm making a deal." He got back to me, and then just out of blue today, I got a hold of him on this um, place I'm going tomorrow to look to say, hey, if you're interested, just keep by your phone tomorrow, and I'll send you a bunch of pictures
Right.
and just let it roll that way.
Yeah. That's something right there. I don't know anything about his coins. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
either.
I don't know anything about a lot of things, but I'm learning. Like I start looking things up today. I picked up some. It's like the Department 56, like snow, like Christmas type stuff, but only it's Halloween stuff. It's
Oh, that stuff's probably be good.
Max or something like that is the brand. I paid $5 for one, and I got it listed for $50, and I paid $3 for the other, and I got it listed for $45. But the bad thing about the second piece that I paid $3 for is like the ornaments that are on it, like the coffins and the vampire thing like that was on it was broken off and re-super glued on. I put it in the listing, but I don't know. I'll see if it sells.
Yeah, I sold 5 DVDs used, and it's
Mhm.
about like making music, making like scary movies, but it teaches you how to like do the face and the makeup and all that. It sold overseas for like 125 plus shipping,
Right.
150 somewhere around there. Well,
Yeah,
like four
time
months
did
after
help.
four
So
months after the guy asked me, he says, "Man, I've never received these." And I said, "Well, it says it's there,
yeah,
and nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened." And it was about another 4 months later. it came back to me.
Huh.
So then there's no way, I don't know who he was or anything. And I called eBay and said, hey, you know, this guy paid a lot of money. I want him to get it. And they said, well, since it got lost in the transit, eBay refunded him his money. So I got paid in and got him back.
Wow. That's crazy.
So for me, it's like, man, I need to get those listed. And hopefully the guy says, hey, I bought these. No, I'm like good. You ain't going to pay for them. I'll ship it to you.
So Jeff says, I stumbled on some gold last week. Sealed Scientology lectures. That seems like that would be something that like is zeroed on eBay or something, but you never know, man. Honestly, that stuff I don't know much about Scientology. I know they say it's like a cult, but you know, I'm pretty sure it's worth some great money.
Yeah, I've ran into a lot of like sealed DVDs that just look weird.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about gold, let's see if I can find this.
I spent $100 on 28 total.
Got that big old thing.
Wow. So man, hey, I got some gold, right?
$2. I paid for it.
$2.
$2. He said, I think it's fake, and I looked at it and I read whatever it said, and I said, well, I never heard of it. Well, I never looked at the other side, and he's like, how about $2? I said, you sure, man? That looks real. And he's like, I don't want it. So I looked at the other side, and the other side says 14 karat gold. Like I didn't even look, but I punched in Miller, Milor, Milor, and it came up saying it was gold. I was like, never heard of it.
What is it worth?
Oh no, I need to weigh it. I got a whole. See, that's why I like going through these houses and stuff, man.
Get a link to whose channel, me.
What I'm going to do is my thinking was at Christmas time, go see how much I got, see if I got 10 grand worth of gold and silver.
Right.
I got a lot of sterling silver that was made by Indians, and those pieces sell for hundreds of dollars.
That stuff right there is, it's good money.
Yeah, sterling and weight at nothing. Actually, I found a couple pieces of that too. And this is all from this house that I got for my daughter. And it marked sterling. That's a big piece. Yeah. It's in my hand. And then these earrings. And they're marked sterling. You know, like if you go by sterling weight, this here probably ain't even 50 cents. This here might be 50 cents. Yeah. But I could sell both. I can sell the earrings probably for 50, 75 easy. And then the other one, I'd probably put 200 just to see. I always like to go high because you can always come down.
So Angie says she loves buying estate leftovers. So what do? You just buy the whole thing out afterwards? Whatever's left over? I guess.
Yeah, so my dad was an auctioneer, and at the end of the auction, by I think it's by law, but I know it's in their contract that if they want it back, they have to they'll take it back, and they'll have to do it all by themselves, or they get rid of it. So there's a time my dad and uncle had an auction, and in 6 hours, I mean, they still had like half of it left, and the owners were there, but nobody was there. And the guy says, Dad, shut it down. I'm going home. So my dad shut it down, went over and talked to him, and he's like, hey, boy, you want all this?
Wow.
And I say, what do you mean? He's like, guy doesn't want it. I was like, you're kidding me. So it's like, I was going to, yeah, no, I got it for free because my dad and uncle are older. So, and then I would do like flea markets. It's been a long time ago, but I just took all the flea market, man. I was making crazy money on that stuff.
Yeah, man, I got to get into buying out stuff like that, man, because I'm trying to scale, and I just, I don't know how I'm going to do it without.
Wait to see my next video. I ain't shitting crapping yet. I think I'm pretty sure I did take pictures of it, but I got 3.5 truckloads full of Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see it. Okay, now you came back. You was going.
Oh, okay.
Man, they started at $5,000 and just need to say I got it for so cheap. But I took somebody with me, so I bought it, flipped it to him, made money, and then got a box of like 200 action figures that are loose. But everything, all the other stuff that was there was unopened. It was crazy. I know nothing about Star Wars. I don't like Star Wars. I've never watched it. You know, it's just not me.
Right.
And that's my thing is like, you know, there's so many people saying how stupid I was for not taking it and then flipping it. Because I really figured I was guesstimating $10,000 to $15,000 worth.
Mm-hmm.
You know how long it would take? I bet you there was over 2,200 freaking pieces. You know, it would take forever, and I don't have the room. There's no way I couldn't even put a truckload in here.
Now you got.
I'm telling you guys, check my video. Huh?
I said now you got thousands of items in there.
Man, I only wish I could. Well, see, a tree had fallen when we first moved, and it ripped out a lot of the electric in here. That's why I kind of stayed out of here, because first thing when we paid our house off, I wanted to redo this whole garage, add to it, and then have a family business back here. Then they sold the shop, and we've been waiting on our deed. And would you know it, I filled this whole thing up, and guess what? We got the deed to the house.
Nice.
So I'm like, and then I thought, well, I'll get a huge shed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the shed used to be like $12,000 for as big as I wanted. Well, COVID, now it was like $24,000. So I'm like, I'm not paying that. So, but it's just crazy. Honest to God, I would tell you, I have 150,000 to 250,000 items. I'm not, if not more.
That's like $1 million worth of inventory, man. If you sell everything for $10.
Yeah, I don't want to give it all away about the Star Wars, but needless to say, there was another sale. Have you ever dealt with new old stock with like car parts, RV parts, anything like that?
No, not car parts or anything like that, but I've dealt with new old stock items before, and it's
big money, man.
Yeah,
big money on that.
Dude, I just dealt with some. I honestly don't even know if it's new old stock, but I got a bunch of Yves Saint Laurent perfume. Like some of them are samplers, and some of them are lotions, and some of them are like little bottles. But I paid like 50 cents a piece for each one of these things, man. And I sold. I say I spent $6 on everything altogether, and I sold 2 of the items already for $35. I'm 50 cents in on each of them.
That's crazy. That's awesome, man.
I mean,
that's like that Shakely stuff. I never even heard of it. And it was like an estate sale, but it was just basically a guy 90. He had like a 2-story plus a full attic. And then they said there was a basement. Never seen it. But then there was a garage beside it. And then through the alley, he rented two different garages off of somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, was going through that, and I should have looked it up. I should have went to my car and looked up Shakely. I had no clue.
Right.
So I was just driving, and I saw that they had it open again. So I went in there, and he had a whole bunch of them. I said, "You make a stupid price for all that Shakely stuff. I'll buy it." And he's like, $25. I said, sold. And man, I bet I've made 300 some easy, like colognes, and there's like bottles. And I bet I still have 20, 30 pieces left. It's crazy what that new old stock's worth it, man.
Mia said just loaded up on vintage Easter stuff. Lots of research to do, but found 2 things that already will pay for it. That's good news right there.
Yeah, that's nice. Like I said, I don't get into the holiday crap because I'll lose it, and then soon the day after Christmas, I'll be like, "Dang, there's 4 boxes of all that Christmas stuff I was looking for. I can never find it when I want it."
Last year, man, I picked up a bunch of Christmas decorations from Lowe's Retail Arbitrage before, like when the season is over with, they slash the prices. So I got like a bunch of these little candelabras that sit in the window for like 50 cents a piece. And then like these pine scent sickles, they're called. I guess like you hang them on your fake tree and it makes them smell like a real pine tree. I bought some of those.
I think I have some of those.
25 cents a piece. They've started to slowly sell, I guess, because it's getting closer to Christmas time now. But I've been holding on to them all year long.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like, I don't know, a fanny pack.
Yeah.
But it's that Shakely, Shack. It's like Shaq, they said.
Yeah.
Like it's brand new. And I saw one. What do you call that? I had John look it up. West Point, something point. But he said that one of these sold for like $80.
Wow.
But there's none on eBay.
Worth point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff said around here, catalytic converters must sell pretty well. Dealerships always getting robbed. Everywhere, bro.
I say we're not allowed here anyway in Ohio. Well, in Piqua, you can only take 2 in like every so often.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because
the robberies. Well, how it got me, and I really thought they were going to call the police, was when I was moving stuff. My buddy would he's into cars and fixing stuff. Well, he had a whole stack of them. I mean, maybe like 7, 8 of them. But I took them in, and it was like, where did you get it? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, we have a shop. We've had this shop for years.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning it out. No. So they believe me because I showed them, business cards. Like, here's my business ID. Like, why would I jeopardize that?
Yeah, some people, man, they just want to think the worst out of no matter what you do.
Yeah, and see, that's what, and that's what I hate about going to the doctors and stuff. And I just get defensive right away. It's like, hey, this medicine you're giving me is not working, and da da da. And it's like, and they're like, are you sure you're not using it for when you're hanging out with your buddies? And I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, trade me backs.
Yeah,
you wouldn't say that at all.
They say back pain is the worst pain you can feel, so I don't understand why they're even acting like that. I mean, I guess I do, but I don't, Like,
I mean, I'd understand, but, my surgery was in 2004, but, I have proof and paperwork. I've never, went and took a drug test and they say, oh, the Percocet's not in there.
Right.
Okay, well, now you're probably selling it. You know what I mean? Like, I go to take a pee test, I always fail. It's in my system. And it got to the point, like I just asked like 2 months ago, I said, hey, if you drug test me and I got pot in my system, can I still have my medicine? And, they're like, well, do you have the card? I said, no. And they said, well, why would you ask it? It's illegal. I said, I'm in pain. And they're like, no, you'll lose your pills. Da, da, da. We're going to pee test you now. And I said, that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to fail, but it won't be for pot. But I said, at least I'm asking, like I just want to be out of pain, but I don't want to lose what I do got either.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my mom was going through the same thing. She had a couple of back surgeries. I think 3 back surgeries now, and they're talking about a 4th one. And she was smoking to try to help ease the pain. And she's like, because she's allergic to pain medication, so she can't take it. So that's all she can do is like take a Tylenol and smoke a joint and try to help her out. You know what I mean? But they told her that since she was going in there to take the drug test and she didn't have the pills in her system, she's like, I told you guys I'm allergic to that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you want me to do, But she's been off the pain management for a while now. She's been doing fine lately. So I mean, I guess that's
does the marijuana does help her?
Not as much as she would like it to, but yeah, it does.
See, I'm really coming close. Like it's such a runaround with getting this back surgery. Like they want you to do all this stuff that doesn't work. It's proved on my body that these injections don't work. They put 9 injections. I called 2 days later, like, I need something for this pain. Oh, you shouldn't feel anything. I said, I told you, quacks, it don't work.
Yeah.
Like, God dang, why would I lie about it?
Right.
Because Ohio State said they won't do the surgery because 80% chance to be paralyzed. And I'm like, well, don't I get that decision?
Yeah.
And they're like, you want to be paralyzed? Well, sure, so I ain't going to live long this way. That's where I just don't understand things. But I did all the testing and crap they asked for. And now my insurance didn't pay the MRI last time. So I had paid out of cash.
How much was that?
And actually, and it happened right when COVID. So we got that stimulus. Mm-hmm. So I told my wife, so I'm using mine to get it. If I would have paid like in payments, it'd been like $800-900, but cash money was $500. So,
okay.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is when you.
It is. I mean, period.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, man. They got these hospitals and stuff. they run the bills up and they run the bills up, and then you at the end of the day, there's people out there that just go ahead and file bankruptcy and never pay it anyway. Like, I don't know, man.
And
I got medical bills I've never paid, so.
And that's how I feel. It's like you're using my insurance to rack up on, that's why it's like I feel like they like drag their feet to give you surgery because they want you to keep using your insurance and buying that medicine and going to doctor, getting all that. So I'm actually calling them tomorrow morning, and if they say that my insurance denied it, then I'm going to set it up and go get it done. And what's really like, I really feel blessed and stuff is like I said, I haven't been listing at all, hardly anything. And this week I sold about $600-700
Nice.
on my big account. So it's like, man, that right there, I'm like, man, I think that's telling me insurance ain't gonna pay for it. There's your money, go get it. And then the surgeon said as soon as she gets it, they'll call me, tell me how they're going to go about it. Which they already basically said because they took my L5 out and didn't put a fake one in. I guess most people do. So they're saying they're going to put a fake one in, pull the other three because the other three, since they didn't do anything, are actually all stuck together. So they're going to pull those out and then fuse it all together and then clean up my spine a little bit. But now it's all deteriorating. So I'm just praying the MRI shows that it can be done because if it can't, like I'm not a suicidal ever guy, but
something's got to be better than this, though, huh? The
yeah.
pain just ain't worth it. Hey, Avery's all in. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it.
But yeah, so my head's up. I just hope it gets done like during the winter, and then this way. And my goal right now is to list as much stuff as I can. This way, get me through Q4, and then my wife, she'll be able to take the FMLA, and I think it's like 60 to 70% of pay. So she's going to get paid for that, and then she'll be able to take over here. So got a lot to do.
Hey, how you doing, Misty? If you have her doing the eBay side of things for you, how many listings a day are you going to have her do?
She's freaking good, man. But her niche is Poshmark, Macari, and eBay. Like she does that cross posting to all of them. But she'll actually spend one day, and I mean she cleans everything and steams it. I mean, when people get it, the feedbacks we always get on eBay anyways, like, wow, you would think this was brand new. They went way above and beyond. And I keep telling her, I was like, baby, you don't have to do that. You don't have to put that pretty wrapping paper stuff all over. You don't have to send them a card. And she's like, that's how I run my business. I said, you know what? That's actually good. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying eventually you might get too busy to do that. You might want to pre-write or something. But yeah, so it's like she'll spend one full day and get about 60 to 80, maybe even 100 items. And then all the rest of the week she'd sit and have it all done within a couple days. And that's just, in the evening for 2 hours, if that. Some days she's not even able to do it because, sports or whatever we got going on. But yeah, she'll sit there and she's all into that girly crap, Yeah.
So Missy says FMLA is a non-paid leave. Is non-paid leave.
That's what I asked. Maybe it's something else, but she said she'll get
paid family leave if her job offers that or disability.
It's something to do with since I have to have somebody take care of me. That I thought it was FMLA. Well, thanks for bringing that up. I'm definitely I'll make her ask again because I know that paper had said that she would get paid.
Well, I mean,
maybe I'm wrong.
Whoa.
We're in Ohio. I don't know if it's different every state. Now she's got me worried. Thanks a lot. But thanks for bringing it up because I want all my P's and Q's and I's and T's and dotted and crossed. I want it all. Because she was actually, we was going to get her to come full time, and then with that and a chance of being paid, we decided, hey, we'll just wait and she can get paid and help me, and then take off.
No, Missy, I didn't go to North or South Carolina. I just at this time Yeah, because I just went full time, man. So I need
Yeah,
to get some. I need to get some listings up and just get a little bit of cushion. I mean, not that I don't have cushion, but I don't want to take off and just leave my store. Because when you go on vacation mode, it messes up the algorithm. So like when you get back, you got to let it kick back in, and just now ain't the time for all that. It's Q4. I'm trying to
yeah.
focus.
Ramp it up.
And I would have loved to go. Don't get me wrong. I definitely would have loved to go, man. I'm gonna just have to go to the next reseller event, whether it's Dante or Cincinnati Picker or whoever it is that does it. You know what I mean? Uh, I'm gonna go to the next one. She says, "Don't worry. Yes, make sure she completes the right paperwork."
Right on. Thanks for looking out.
Yeah, it's definitely because man,
Now
that's
she
the
got me
last
scared.
thing.
I'm gonna be right when I'm off here. I'm gonna like sit down, baby. This is what I heard. Let's double check this. Go in there and ask.
Hey, Lucky Seven, thanks for showing up. Sorry I didn't acknowledge you earlier, but I was trying to get to
I was gonna
that.
ask you a question while you're reading it.
Okay, what's up?
Um, what do you thrift every day?
I've started to. I wasn't before. I was like before. I would get stuff and then I would list it all, and then when I ran out of stuff, I would go thrift then. But here lately, I've been going every single day just
See,
because I'm trying to
that's what
build
really
up
stinks.
inventory.
That's what stinks for like shipping wise. Like, I could ship you so much
Mm,
stuff, but it's just, by the time the cost of shipping, then it just
yeah,
ruins everything.
yeah.
That's why I
Oh,
like dealing locally with some guys like Dark County Picker. I saw he was in here.
where's
A couple
where's
other
he?
smaller
How
guys.
far is he from you?
He, well, he wouldn't. I was going to tell you city like, oh, he lives by Greenville. I would say it would probably take me about 40 minutes to his house.
Oh, okay. See, that's what
Next
it's like
county.
for me and Rachel Strickland. She lives like 45 minutes away from me. So I can
Yeah,
just
I
drive
saw
and
that
meet
in
up
your
with her.
video
Yeah.
with her.
And I got a guy though, man. He resells and he's doing pretty good. He's got two eBay accounts with thousands of items on there. He's got a storage unit, like a whole storage unit full of unlisted inventory. I was supposed to meet up with him yesterday or today, but he didn't answer my call either day. So hopefully he's not trying to just play me. But I'm trying to get up with him and buy a bunch of stuff because if he's gonna let me come through and just pick some stuff, he said he's got like vintage blow molds and all types of stuff, and I'm like, bro, you need to let me get
Nice.
that. So
Nice.
hopefully he lets me because I'm trying to buy some stuff in bulk and just ball out.
That's the best way because, like, I mean, a lot of people don't see it that way, but it's like, you get 100 pieces and you're only paying $40. Yeah, you only got 40 cents or $4 or whatever.
Mhm.
However, I'm not no math guy.
Right.
But, when you break it down, it's like you have pennies, as into where,
Pennies.
you buy the motorcycle helmet for $50.
Yeah.
Now you got to sell that $50 and it's going to bring 150. It's a good profit. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I'd like to pay $50, have that helmet plus 40, 50 other items.
Exactly.
And like a lot of people think it's dumb. I mean, I'm criticized all the time. Like, why would you want to buy that much? It's like, if I wasn't making garage sale videos for my viewers and things, and I
Mhm.
could just buy that one time and then just go with it,
Yeah.
you know, you'd never have to be out and about. You could just be out like on a weekend. Man, let's stop at Goodwill. Let's stop here.
Right.
But my suggestion is try to find you a guy. I have a guy, man. I just can't keep up.
I'm trying,
Getting
man. I've only been doing it for, not even a year yet. So I'm just starting to make connections. So hopefully it'll pan out for me over the next year. I'll start meeting the right people. Now, I did meet a guy that's got a bunch of clothes. I've been buying out stuff from him. He buys out storage units, but he lives in the same town Rachel does. So, I mean, I can meet up with him and buy a bunch of clothes, but that's not all I want. Because, even though I'm getting clothes in bulk, it's some of the stuff is stuff that's going to sell for like $5, $10. You know what I mean? Like it all adds up, but at the same time, I'd like to get a variety of things.
Well, my number one thing to tell any new reseller, anybody that resells that may not think
Mhm.
this, but like I'll watch your show and you could be selling shoes, and I'm like, man, I
Mhm.
sell. Only buy stuff that interests you
Right.
because I have 50 pairs of shoes. I learned on the very first pair I hate shoes. Um, Pots and pans. I mean, I have tons of high dollar stuff. I am not interested. You
Mhm.
really have to like semi care about. Like, I don't like video games, but they're easy and they sell. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, if you really don't like clothes, but now like me with my wife, I don't mind selling shorts and pants.
Mm.
But like with women's shirts and clothes, it's like she measures this way, the arms.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. It takes like
So
4 days to make a listing.
I don't mind selling clothes. I don't like the more dressy stuff like blouses and stuff like that. I don't really like doing all that because then I gotta try and like hang it up on this clothes rack and stuff so they see how it flows and all that crap. I'd rather just do like t-shirts and sweatshirts and like jeans and pants. You know what I mean? I love
Yeah, I got to.
selling jeans and like khakis and cargo pants and Carhartts. I love selling that stuff.
Yeah, they're so easy.
Right.
I don't measure the length. I just, if it says 32, 32, that's what I'm putting.
I
And
measure, man.
I've never had anything come back. I did have one come back because the guy didn't read in the description and read the title where it said read description. I accidentally tipped over lawnmower oil that I was using. So there's
Mm,
a grease pot.
yeah.
And it was free shipping and he knocked me down for $15. And I'm like, and he was just in Michigan. So I was like, I just want to be done with him. And then I get a return call. You didn't show this. And I was like, are you kidding me? You beat me down on this free shipping. And he's like, yeah, I just want to refund it. So I was like, send it back. He's like,
Yeah.
you're going to make me just refund me. I said, no, that
Yeah.
bothered me. But other than that, like, I just sold actually on the way to my son's football game, pair of pants. They're just easy to ship. And
Right.
that's what I like. I can do that. Or concert T-shirts. Like them old shirts. Heck, that's a lot of money in some of them. I'll chance those. If they're not worth nothing, I'll probably redonate them though.
So there's a question for both of us. I'm still learning clothes, so are there any tips the two of you may have? You can go first.
Yeah, my tip is if you're a male, stick with male clothing. If you're female, stick with female
There
clothing.
there are a
It,
couple.
and the only reason, yeah. So for you guys, yeah, I do both. But me personally, I like men's stuff because I know how men's stuff fit.
Hmm.
I mean, there are some sexy women's clothes. I would love to pick up and sell, but I don't know. You just know more of the same of your sex, I
Right.
feel, and if it's stuff that's got like a lot of bling that could fall off, I would stay away from that kind of stuff.
So like my advice, like, cause like Missy says, men like selling men's clothes. I don't mind selling women's clothes. I don't prefer to sell men or women's clothes. I don't have a preference. I just prefer to sell women's pants like jeans or women's t-shirts like sweatshirts and stuff. I don't really like getting into all that dressy stuff. But to me, an item of clothing is the same whether it's a man or a woman's. I just know more about men's clothes because I'm a man and I've been wearing men's clothes my whole life. But what I do find is Nike pretty much anything sells in the clothing aspect. Uh, Nike Dry Fit, especially Nike joggers, stuff like that. It all sells quick. Adidas sells just as well for the most part. Anything that's got the tray foil on it is going to sell quickly. And then jeans, Levi's sell great for me. I got people that tell me all the time, I don't see how you sell all those Levi's. But Levi's is probably my bread and butter item. Like I sell Levi's more than anything. Then Carhartt's next. Pretty much anything Carhartt. And you just want to look up things. Um, there are certain items where you can look in the tag and it'll give you an item number, not the RN number, not the CA number. It's an actual number like a style code. You can look that up and generally find it on eBay to find sold comps or either find the name of it so you can actually type in the garment and see what the sell-through rate is on it. But it took me a while to learn that. So hopefully that helps you quicker because it took me about a good 8 months, probably a good 7 months, I say, to learn to look up clothing the way that I know how to do it now. So I don't know if that helped you out at all, but
And
just
another thing I just actually learned. I'm sorry, did I cut
no,
you
go
off?
ahead. Go ahead.
We went to a garage sale, and when you go to garage sales, and sometimes they have all different sizes. But we went to this garage sale, and I don't know if you heard of Faded Glory, but it's like a Walmart
Yeah,
cheap brand.
brand, yeah.
But we went to this garage sale, and everything was a quarter. And my wife's just looking through them. I'm like, they're the same brand. She's like, well, I'm just counting them. So the lady was like, hey, you fill up that whole bag for $2. So she took them all and put them in. I was like, what are you doing? And she said, I'll group them together.
Mm.
So sometimes when you don't have, you don't necessarily need the good brand, but, she put like 10 shirts and put $25. Well, heck, she only paid $2 for the whole bag and got like 2 or 3 groups of it. So there's sometimes stuff like that works out. It's just like with everything, you got to research. I don't like going to Goodwill looking at girls' clothes, looking like all perverted.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I look up girls' clothes is if I'm at the Goodwill bins. But like if I go out to yard sales, I don't mind looking up stuff. I'll look up anything in a yard sale. Like, at the end of the day, you want my money. So you know what I mean?
I rarely take my phone out at a garage sale.
Man,
because if I walk by you and you're looking at a pair of pants, and let's say they got a stack of 20, you got one and you're sitting there Phil farting. I walk by and I already know it. You just lost it. And I do that to people. If I know they're a reseller, I'll walk around them. This one guy, it was all these DeWalt cordless drill batteries, all brand new. There was like 30 of them.
Yeah.
He picks up one and says this. I say, hey, what did you take for all your drills? He's like, I said, you got $10 a piece. If I buy every one, what did you take? He said 7. I said, sold. And the guy goes, man, I'm looking at this one. I said, man, you can have that one if you want. But I did that teach you lesson. I said, you sell on eBay, don't you? And he says, yeah, how did you know? I said, you're sitting there fiddle farting with your phone. You should know when you go to a garage sale if that was worth buying. Yeah. I said, so I showed him what they would sell for. And he about died. And I said, yeah, see, you sitting there fiddle farting just screwed you out of a lot of money.
Yeah, but see,
I do that all the time.
That's you've been doing this for enough to know better. You know what I mean? Like I don't know better, so I gotta look things up because I'm not gonna buy a bunch of stuff and then just be out of money. You know what I mean?
Well, when it's brand new and it's DeWalt,
if it's brand new DeWalt, yeah, I mean that doesn't take no rocket science.
You had to know $10 just seemed cheap. You know what I mean? Like my first thing is and that's why we talked after, but I was like, your first thought should have said, hey, if I buy all these, what deal would you do? And then, see, you're making that deal. Then, if you want, go ahead and look it up because anybody comes, you need to be like, hey, we got a deal going on here. Yeah. You know what I mean? But for him just to walk up and do that, I was like, I run over there. I ran over there like crazy. Like I did it on purpose.
Yeah. What's up, John? Thanks for showing up, bro. Yeah, man.
I'll take people garage selling and be like, hey, you want to get that piece? And that's why if it's ugly or something I've never seen and it's only a couple dollars, I do take a lot of chances. A lot of times it really pays off. Sometimes it don't. Like these bottles.
Grab stuff and, struck gold on it.
Yeah, it's hard to see these bottles, but they're a quarter piece. And I was like, man, those look cool. It says Almaden, Almaden, Pony. Yeah. I looked it up itself for $40.
Wow.
Well, for two.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Nice. Yeah, man. I've looked up some stuff because I didn't know about it, but I've grabbed some stuff and I didn't look up. Do you hear that echo?
No.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, so I'll grab stuff and I'll, look up sometimes. But sometimes, man, like when I first started at the beginning of this garage sale season, I was going out grabbing stuff and not looking it up because I didn't want to look up my, stuff on my phone in front of people at a yard sale because I didn't want to offend them or upset them or, have them not sell it to me because of it. So I ended up buying a bunch of crap that I'm still sitting on to this day. You know what I mean? Garage sale season started 4 or 5 months ago. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So now at the end of it, I'm learning that, it's my money I'm spending at the end of the day. It's not them. So I got to do what's best for me, especially since I'm full-time now. I can't just be wasting money on stuff that's not going to sell or that I'm just going to have to go redonate somewhere.
Yeah. Now, do you look up like on your Facebook for garage sales?
No, I need to start.
Okay, this is honestly
Facebook, bro.
Well, me neither. Not anymore. And then I wouldn't go to it. And this is why I get it that you can't never put all the stuff you're selling on those ads or whatever,
Mm.
but you can get an idea if it's worth going or not. When I was learning, and I still do it, I'll get on that first page, I'll zoom it up, and I'll start. What's that? That's a Adidas book bag. I'll look it up. I don't know nothing about Adidas. Oh shoot. Okay, now I'll write that down. Like, okay, I want this. If you do that enough, and then when you go there, then you're, as long as there's no holes and it's in good shape, then you kind of know. And then of course, you go to another garage sale, you see that same bag, that's
Right.
your knowledge.
I mean, I've been building up the brands and stuff over time. Like there's things that I've sold before that I'll just pick up just because I know that I've sold it before. But
For crazy money, you always remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I remember things that I just never saw before and just picked it up because it looked interesting and then ended up being worth something to sell. So I keep all that stuff in my reseller Rolodex. So that way when I'm out, I don't have to look things up. There's brands that I'll just pick anything up by them no matter what because I know that the brand will sell. So it's just a learning experience. I do a social search, including estate sales, create a route, and hit all the ones in between. Where's Thailand? Yeah, man.
Between the sales. That's what he meant to say. I was like, you Thailand.
Yeah, man. We have one estate sale that's in the mall here, and then we have random estate sales sprinkled in throughout the month. But
are they by the same people?
No, the one in the malls by one company. It never changes. But then there's several companies that come down here from St. Louis and do their auctions down here. But I actually ended up finding a bunch of good stuff at the last one I went to. I got some vintage. It's a film roller. It rolls the roll of film up. I got two of them for $2 a piece. I sold both of them for $25 to somebody in Russia. Two different people a day apart from each other in Russia, $25. And then I also got a set of books, BattleTech. It's like a whole series of these books. I paid $10 for all the books, and I sold them for, I can't remember what I sold them for now, $95 or $75 or something like that. So finally, I hit a estate sale that paid off for me, man. Then I got a bunch of hunting equipment and stuff like that. I don't know nothing about hunting, so when I seen it all, I looked it up, and I was like, "All right, man, I'm gonna grab this." Turned out to be worth something.
Right.
So I'm still I'm in the newbie stage, man. I'm still looking everything up, man.
Now that guy that has it at that mall, what you need to do is one day just try to go a little early before it. Introduce yourself, be nice with him, say, "Hey, I have stuff that I just donate to you and stuff. You can sell it, keep the money and stuff. I appreciate what y'all do, and I'd rather let you guys have this, make some money, and maybe if you don't mind, like I can come and preview this before you put it out. That's how I do."
This is the thing about that guy, though.
There's a lot of people that
his store's in the mall, bro. So he charges astronomical figures. And then not only that, I can't get in there because he doesn't open the gates until the store opens, and there's all people standing outside in front of the store. Yeah, and his prices get cheaper as the days go, but he's starting out selling DVD VCR combos for $150 on the first day. So I generally don't even bother to waste my time going there. The last time I went there, I didn't buy anything. The time before that, I bought a Pendleton coat. It's $40 I paid for it, and I only ended up selling it for $80. You know what I mean? I bought this Yeti can. I paid $1 for this can and sold it for $10. But that's the only two things I've ever got out of there, and I was able to sell. Everything else, it's packed full of goodies, dude. It's just nothing is worth buying there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, here, I get most of mine just by word of mouth or people, well, we had the shop, people just stop in and just crazy. And then now, I'll pay up. First time I meet them and stuff, I'm like, man, I know they're always getting this. Yeah. What do you want for $800? I'll tell you what, I won't even argue you. I'll pay you your $800 if we can start a relationship. And they're like, well, heck, the last guy, the other guy that I worked with, he always, if I said $800, go to $400.
Yeah.
So now, boom, every time he gets stuff once a month at least, he's like, hey, man, I got all this. I got all this. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, let me look.
I'm going to have to do that, man, because I got to start building some relationships.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I do like little fundraisers. I help the community out.
Mm.
Like, most of the churches in this city, it seems like every year they have a garage sale. So I go in there and I'll take a couple $100 into well, that's just like at church. I donated the profits off of the reselling shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I got a hold of him and said, hey, man, I like to videotape you, do this thing and give you the money. And he's like, cool. And he said, when? I said, aren't you guys having a sale soon? And I said that, that's what I do. We make videos and we go and buy. And he's like, yeah. And I said, well, what day is it? He said, it's on Friday. I said, can I come on Thursday? This way it's just us. We'll have other people bothering. Mm-hmm. And he's like, sure. And I said, do you mind if I buy? Man, yeah. I'm going to make a lot because let's face it, it's sitting back there still. But I mean, it would only come up to $400. I was like, here, I'm gonna give you 500. I'm gonna donate some more. So it's already set up for next year that I'll get to go a couple days ahead of time, and I do that with every single church. And then I got this one church still when they do community drives, like brownie sales, they'll like call me. Just like we'll go up there and I'll say hi to them and let them know, make sure they know who I am, and I'll wear my Piqua Reseller shirt and buy a cake or whatever, and eat it. No. But like donate money and just support I'm really trying to build up our city, even if it's not the same churches. I mean, they're not the churches that I go to or that I would go to, but that's just personal. But still, why not help? Like food pantries, I'm big into those. I had to use them, and if I wasn't able to get help that way, my kids would have starved. And that was actually when I was in the midst of having my back surgery. I made 75 cents an hour too much to get any welfare.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was. That was ridiculous. So they honestly, if it wasn't from them, man, I don't know. I'd have to beg my parents, and I'm not the type that want to borrow money. I don't like owing nobody. So every chance I get, I donate my food. I donate money. It's just something personal that I understand. It's like I don't judge nobody, but don't go there in a Rolls Royce, getting some food. That bothers me though. I'm not judging them. It's just like, hey, man, come on. These other kids need some money.
I'm not trying to cut you off, man. I got to go ahead and end this, okay?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got to get into. I got a lot to do. I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you coming on, man. I really had a good time with you, man, for real.
Yeah, me too, man. It's great catching up, getting back on.
For everyone that's in the chat still, if you guys haven't checked out Danny's channel, it's Piqua Resellers on YouTube and Instagram as well as TikTok. So check them out, give them a follow. Greg or Ty, I did send the yarn. I sent the yarn a long time ago. I'm surprised you haven't gotten it yet. Hit me up on Instagram, man, and I'll check the tracking number for you when I get off this live. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this one. I really appreciate everybody coming in. If you're catching this on the replay, make sure you guys subscribe or like the video if this is your first time here. And come back next Tuesday, man. We'll have another one for you guys. And everybody have a safe night and stay blessed, man.
Amen.
But then let's make this pack.